What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one, we're starting a new Let's Build a City in Minecraft. This is episode 1 and we're live. Now, I'll explain why I'm starting a new one in a second. However, hello Bingus. You'll see I'm on the menu here. So I was debating this. That's a lot of... I looked away for like 2 seconds. Hello Amelis, hello Ender, hello Noah, hello Mouse, hello Bun Bun, hello Yash. Hello Tough, hello Plushy, hello Speedy, hello Spongy, hello Sticknodes, hello Dreamy, hello Splorky. Wowee! But anyway, I was debating whether or not I wanted to use a super flat world again, since I did for the original. However, for... not Dirt City. What was... I don't remember what it was called. But the one that I did with a couple people, that was not a super flat. And I had this debate because I was like, super flat would make my life so much easier, frankly. However, I just don't really like the idea. So, I was gonna see if they had, like, just a plain, specifically, seed, but they have templates, which I found a really good one just immediately. So that's cool. And we're gonna use that. No, it doesn't matter. Fire off, TNT off, mob loot off. I always turn off natural regen. I'm gonna keep it on, though. You off, you up, you off, you on. Lock time. Why does that now exist? Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Command blocks. Yeah, and I guess I'll leave random take speed on because it might be helpful. Hills. That's so bright. But, yeah, so you can see the seed that I have is, oh my god, this is really good. I only saw this and was like, cool, and then that side there, but look at how good this is. I have this whole area, I have this side, and it's just like, it's in the middle of some mountains. I think this is perfect, to be honest. Oh, I need an elytra. Hello Sans, hello Chris, and hello anybody else I didn't specifically say hi to. Sorry, I'm focusing on a couple things. Set world spawn. Okay, so I'll explain why I'm starting a new one before I even do anything. So the old city is one actually on PlayStation. I don't have it on PC, but I use a texture pack that I cannot access. I don't know. It's console. I can on PC. And I kind of just want to go for pure vanilla anyway. I don't want any texture pack on. So yeah, plus that one's kind of old. I'm not really a fan of some parts of it. So yeah, hi Nova. Did anybody do a pin message perchance? Okay, now I see that. Thank you, Nova. Sorry. It was a little too crazy of a start. Hi, Horathon. I'm just going to be winging it. The first thing I am going to do is exile this village, though. Just gonna, don't mind me. I just have some business to attend to. These are for all the scam trades. Nothing? What? Okay, it just didn't turn on. Hi, Georgie Bros. I could, that's true, but I gotta burn down their houses first. You see, we gotta go in order. That's good enough for now. I'll come up with a name for this later. I actually don't know what I want to start with. Maybe just like a road? Actually, what if I... Okay. This terrain here is very odd. This is generally why I don't use non-super flats for cities, because just like dealing with the uneven terrain is so annoying. I kind of want to have some houses like on this side. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna mark that. I won't start with that, but just kind of getting like an idea sort of in my head for how I want to at least again start this. I think having a Walmart right here would be great. McDonald's is a pretty solid start, that is true. Neighborhood. This is boring. I'm gonna regret this decision, but it's fine. Because I'm definitely going to make a mistake or something, or do something not good. You can do it. I'm bored. Okay, that actually didn't go terribly. This could be like back rooms where it just never ends, honestly. Oh, that one's on fire. Nailed it. Sure, you know, let's just... If it destroys the ground, it is what it is. I'll patch up whatever. I'm feeling a little destructive, apparently. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night anyway. I am... Start with a spirit? That's so true. I have one, like, random unrelated complaint that I want to start with by saying... Again, really has no relation to the current... That's a lot of food. A bundle? I didn't know those could spawn in village chests. So, I've been getting so many scam... You're still on fire? Okay. I'm getting a lot of, like, scam voicemails, or, like, calls or whatever, that I guess lead to voicemails. And I got one today that was really funny, but, like, it also pissed me off. It was sports gambling, but it was an AI calling, and it was, like, I don't know why, it explicitly stated, like, hi, I'm an AI. And then it was like, if you want to gamble on sports, sign up here. And I was like, are you serious? The two worst things. Sports gambling and AI. Rogue AI, specifically. Maybe that AI wasn't rogue, who knows. But I was just... I don't know, it's so dumb. That was too much TNT. Giant aquarium, make it... For like every member? That's crazy. Just name every single member a fish. That'd be so annoying to update, though, but that would be cool. Nice, Speedy. Honestly, it probably was Kane. You're so right. But actually, Kane would not support sports gambling. That rest in peace, that tree. I was not aiming for the tree, but it got it, I guess. Make sure those detonate. Yep, they're definitely detonating. Oh, that was more. Okay, well, that's fine. Screw it, whatever. It's gonna go horribly, but that's kind of cool, actually. Fireworks! Yippee! Anyway, I'll leave the paths, because I could maybe use those. Any suggestions for first build? I know McDonald's was said. Cobblestone? Look, I wanted to use the TNT. Leave me alone. How'd I know how to build it? Built it. Wow, that's grammar. I don't know if I knew how. I just kind of did. Park? Bridge goes there? Yeah, no, I agree. Bridge will go over there. And I might have another one over there somewhere. Depending on how much I expand. But, like, honestly, this whole area is good. Imagine a wait, I should start with that, actually. Tunnel through the road. I should maybe patch this up. Or do I want to leave it? It would be kind of funny to leave it there. Wait, what is this? Okay. I'm gonna leave it for now. I don't really care enough. Yeah, I'm gonna start with a tunnel through. Does this go all the way through per chance? Oh my god. That's a big cave. Okay. That's the other thing that I don't like about these particularly is now I gotta deal with all the caves. You know what I mean? Not really ideal. Okay, I'll break through, like, here and see what happens. I'm gonna give myself no vision. No, let's do just the meeting right now. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Underground factory. That would be an interesting idea to do something with the caves like that. That's something I could think about later. This would be a good usage for TNT. Why does the coal look so weird? Well, like, the vibrant visual is making the coal glow there. It does not look like coal. Oh, that's a little higher than I wanted. That's also directly next to the ravine. They blow in the wind? I didn't know that. That's so cool. Okay, well, I can make this the side then. Maybe I want a 4-lane road in total. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to start maybe? I'm gonna just like see how much of this I can slash fill out. Probably not very much. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, cool. What apartment? I think I know what you're talking about, and I don't think it took that long. I ended up updating it at one point, so I know I didn't finish it until a while, but it's not like I worked on it consistently for 40 part. I should have waited for sulfur. I can use calcite for white lines, but I would love some yellow ones. Do I want a yellow line in the middle or a median? I kind of feel like a median would make more sense. Wait, I could have 2 tunnels. That would make more sense. Alternatively. 2-block sidewalk. And then there'd be a line there. And then I basically need to double this. Well, how wide are you? 2, 5, it'd be 11. So I need 10 more over. I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. However, we were talking about it in the server as well. For those of you who are asking about Poppy Playtime, refrain from doing so, please, on non-Poppy Playtime streams. There is so much content. Oh, frick you. There is so much content I do that isn't Poppy Playtime, and a lot of you have to just understand that is the case. That I have other things I want to do and pursue, rather than just funny game about blue guy. So please enjoy my other content, or I don't really know. I don't have an alternative for you. Okay. What do I do here? Shaman Empire. I want to save that for a tutorial, though. Tunnel? Yes, tunnel. You would be correct. Mud. Rest in peace the line that I made, but it doesn't really need to be there, so it's fine. That's so weird. That's freaky. Right? Yeah, okay. I'll try this side, or do this side now. I won't try it. What is there to try? It's a side. Yeah, what Horathon said. like this, you know? I'm trying to start a new series, have a good time, do something that I haven't done in forever for pretty much this exact reason, actually. And, you know, I ask that you guys enjoy it, or if you don't, just don't make it Poppy Playtime, please. Don't make it about that game right now. I've done plenty of that content, and whoever was saying something about ending it, I don't know what that means. I didn't end anything. Hi, Nathan. Pretty much spooky, precisely. On another note, Batman 3's been coming along pretty good. I didn't work on it today, though. One thing that is weird that I do, I don't know if this is like a good or a bad thing that I do it, but whenever like it's a stream day especially, I always think about what I'm gonna stream before, because if it didn't really apply necessarily to Banban today. I was busy with whatever I was doing. Oh yeah, getting clips for it actually, because I didn't have any clips. But I always like think about what I want to stream before, and then depending on what I like, I won't work on certain things. If let's say I am gonna stream working on Banban or whatever, then I won't build anything of that like in the morning before, just so I'm not doing too much of that. I don't think it'll necessarily matter, but you know. Yep, T-Drug's favorite game, Garten of Gangbang, you know it. SpongeBob's grandma's house. I never actually made his grandma's house. I should do that. That's a good idea. I think boating school was the last one I made, and then I was just like, you know what? I don't have any other buildings I really want to do, but no, that's a good idea. Yeah, the massive Chum Chompkins, for real. Okay. This is going to be revolutionary, because I'm going to use smooth stone for the sidewalks, which I've never done. I always use it for the... what's the word? Who knows? I don't know what the word is. I always use it for the... curb, that's the word. But I never use it for the sidewalks as well, so I'm just gonna do both. Some of the builds for the city might try to separate stuff from refresh. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I plan to, yeah. Refresh is like an entirely different thing in its own, though. I try to make refresh different, so yeah, I mean, this will be the same, where I don't want to go down that path, necessarily. Whether it be like refresh or whatever else. You know what, I should have just grabbed the hub from the back rooms for this. That would have been really funny. Go about it? Yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to debate whether I want to go, like, just as a whole, do I want to go more modern, more classic? I think classic would be very interesting, because I generally lean towards modern. So I think classic would be different, for sure. I also should have made the roads further apart, but it's a little late for that one. I mean, I could structure block it over, but I really don't feel like it. I'll deal with it, whatever. Okay, walls of the tunnel. I kind of feel like gray terracotta for some reason. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I just kind of am. That's taller than it needs to be. Which is good, because that means that my sizing is okay. Yeah, like, I'd love to... I mean, I still could do this, but then I'd only have one block sidewalks, which I guess is fine. Whatever. I don't know if I like the light gray, though. I might just go with stone. Stone is the safe option. Thank you, Georgie Bros. Put on the hangnail? Yeah, I accidentally have. And intentionally. Normally I try to like, the wall is bothering me. Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. Normally I try to twist them off, because that I found is the most effective way to not pull off everything on your finger, and also get rid of them. Even then, it sometimes just doesn't work. Yeah, it totally is the hub. No, I should have made it like the hub, though. You're alright. Would have been great. I don't think I need to go that far. I'm gonna go to about there, I think. And then if I have to terraform it out or something, I'll figure it out. I don't know. Tough? I feel like tough is too textured. I didn't... I'll actually alter that idea and try tough bricks, because that might be interesting. Yeah, I might like that, actually. I think that's better. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Tough bricks looks good, I agree. So tough about tough? I don't know. Good question. Just to get most of that. Oh, that's that's weird. Not what I meant to do, but sure. And I'm just gonna manually deal with this side, whatever. Just get foot. Reshowers, like hot water. Just kept going. That's fun. Alrighty, Nate, I will, thank you. I think I kind of have a better idea than I did during the first city. Not that that really says much. What did I want to say? There was something else I was gonna say, and then I got sidetracked. Hi, man. No, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Thank you, and see you later, Georgie Bros. I think it was maybe something about the classic versus modern debate for which I should choose. I think I am gonna go with classic more so. But like not like 90s vintage, but just, well, I could do a mix. Some really vintage like that, and some more like childhood, I guess. McDonald's would be a good play for that. See what I can come up with. Actually, the one row of slabs helps me anyway here, because that gives me 3 blocks between them, which means I can have like a little median with some grass or something. It's just generic? Yeah, I guess that is a way you would put it. I would actually argue modern is more generic, but you know. I don't know, I'll see. Because I have the vintage McDonald's in my head right now, like that kind of concept. And I think that would be really fun to try to make, because that's something I've never done. I've done classic McDonald's, I'll say. And I've done modern McDonald's. But I've never done vintage. There's one that I've seen, like there's one, I don't know where it is, well I do know where it is, but not one I've seen recently, but that it is a vintage McDonald's, and it's got like the arches down, like on the sides of it, and it looks really interesting. I'm just kind of thinking of that particularly with it, and what I possibly could do. Actually, I don't need it at all, so. Type thing. That'd be interesting too, zoning it based on time periods. Yeah, I like that. Maybe I try to have mainly classic, but I could have like a newer section, an older section. I mean, I was thinking about that anyway, because I always like to have some sort of a main street, if you will, that is always vintage like that. Wanna go shopping? You better get all the Amazing Digital Circus figures, Georgie Bros, in your shopping, because you're definitely going to be able to buy those wherever you're going. 100%. Hello, Find the Boys. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, McDonald's is the most generic and also probably the thing I've made the most in Minecraft. So this is chill, like, you know what I mean? Just kind of brainstorming, thinking about it. It is so much different than what I've been doing a lot of recently, and that is in a good way. I like to be able to sit back for a moment and just think about creativity rather than how do I recreate this, or just as an example. That side's gonna be a pain in my butt. I'll probably figure it out, because I don't want to... I want both the tunnels to end roughly around the same distance, and I can't really, with the way that hill is, logically bring them both out. Because I don't want it sticking too far out either. Hello, Abmine. Hello, BGA. I agree, man. I agree. If you're talking about the thing in Verified I was asking about an opinion for, don't mention that here, obviously. It's supposed to be a secret. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I had been just, like, so back and forth in my head about it. I was like, I wanted just at least one or two opinions either way. To say yay or shut up, you know? Hello, Poppy. I'm doing alright. How are you? Just candy coming to stores? Oh, yeah, right now. I'd love to do something dumb like that. Make, like, a candy bar or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Good question, man. Good question. The bike. Bar. Either or works, certainly. Hope this one answers your question. That one, right? You can't see my mouse. Hope the lack of that being on answers your question. This project is gonna be probably entirely solo. Unless I eventually get bored. But that'd be like, you know, 20 parts down the line. Who sneezed? What? Handel? Ah, yes, nice. More. Freaking gravel, man. Why you gotta be so oh my, there's so much. Why is there so much gravel? Stop! Stop! Okay. It's made like a cavern in there. I almost said chasm. What does chasm even mean? I, like, know the word, I just don't know what it means. What does it mean? Okay, no, chasm was right. Chasm was right for what I was thinking. Sure, whatever. I really second-guessed myself when I was perfectly correct. To be fair, that's not the first time. Talking fire alarm. Don't they all talk? They go beep, beep, beep. Fire. That would be talking, technically. As I say the word fire. Tunnel I've ever tunneled? That's crazy. The piping bar includes pie sword, thunder device, and just chocolates. Yup, Includes all the fear and trauma you could ever ask for. Oh yeah, For sure. Somebody was definitely stuck in a capsule in the VC, and we definitely helped them. It's part of man's weird fantasies. But anyway. Okay, I'm actually just gonna go to the end. Why not? I laid out this end pretty well, I think. And then I'll just have to manually terraform whatever gaps I'm left with. I'm okay with that. And then I think I have this as a bridge coming out a little bit, and then I'll just slope it down so it's on the ground. Some theaters. I think it is the 18th, Chris. I'm fairly certain it was. Although maybe I'm wrong, who knows? This side, reasonably there would be fine. But again, like, I don't want it that far out over here. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. So I'm gonna go to there. I'll have to fix this. Because I didn't account for that. Get out of my way, sunflower. It's funny, the world preset I picked was sunflower fields. Which is right here, yes. One thing I really want to try to preserve with this is just like the way this seed is, because I'll show it again real quick. Like this main area just looks so cool with all the mountains. I want to keep that kind of feel. I don't want to cover the mountains or get rid of them. I want them to be there. Because I love having the idea that you're just, you know, you're in a city and you're surrounded by mountains like this. Joy of Creation. I've built the Joy of Creation story mode. But I won't be building probably any game references in this city, because that's not my goal here. My goal is to avoid that. Sunflower seed. You might be onto something, actually. You might be onto something, Speedy. I might actually go with that. I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head. I could have a beacon with name ideas on it, actually, or you know, no, I'm gonna write a book. If anybody's got any other name ideas, now's the point to put them in chat. Whenever I can find the book and quill. I know it's here. You can't hide from me. Apparently you can, because oh, there we go. Names. You're on something. Jimmy? Okay, just Flower City? I'll go for it. I like having the just in there. Did I? No, I didn't in the other one. The other one was Blocksville. Yeah, Blocksville. It's gonna be Tennessee? Sure, why not? Seedsville? I'm only laughing because that sounds weird, but I'm putting it in. I'm capitalizing the V also. Just Blanc City. Just Python. Sure, why not? Seedtopia, I like that one too. Justburg. That, I think it was that. Or no, maybe it was Bloxburg or something that I had as an idea when I was thinking about starting this. It is a, yeah, whatever Speedy said. Seedly City? I can't type. See you later, Speedy. Sunway City? I like that one too. Just City would also work. Just City would also work, but that's... If I do this one, or one of these ones, the sunflower related ones, I'm definitely gonna have to see how I can incorporate that. But I think that'd be cool doing sunflower, because you can do a lot like branding with that, you know? There's a lot of ideas I could grab. That would be cool. like signage and stuff, I'm mainly thinking. Town, that's it. Welcome to town. The city, yeah, or that would be cool. I don't know, I'll think about it. As we get further, we can narrow it down more. I mean, there's some of those I will take out probably sooner rather than later. Because I don't think they fit well, but... Because it is kind of, I guess, also the question of, do I want the just to be part of it? I don't think it necessarily has to. It would be cool, but... Like, in the original one, Bloxville, I had... the arena name that was just arena. I think that was the only thing I had. But I kind of branded it in the sense of the arena, actually. Like those colors or whatever. Circus Digital Amazing. Yep, that's what it's called. Just level 11. Blocktopia? Yeah, I like that one. I like the Topias, just like for them in general. Store called Just Alcohol. The City, yes. Sub-Sun City. I like that one too. That has a nice ring to it. Okay. I'm going to go to the other side because I want lights, obviously. However, for the lights, I want a pattern. And this side is the way I can figure that out, right? Because you're good. Yeah, you're good. So I'm gonna... We go 5 off the end and every, like, maybe every 7. Well, that was it. Wait, actually... Would it be dumb to line it up like this? No, I'm okay with that. So it's just in the middle of each line. Which then means I'm going to be way off, no? Well, no, I'd be 2 off. I'd have to make it 2 shorter. Or alternatively... That'd be so stupid. I could shift all the stripes down 1 and be symmetrical. But that just sounds annoying, honestly. I'm good with that. Subsidy. Show by scrubber, remember? That'd be a cool idea. Yeah, I could do something with that. Custom, I'm waiting on right now because I don't really know. What? Oh, that's why. I'm kind of just like giving it a little bit because I want to brainstorm or think of other ideas. Okay, can I just like memorize coordinates? No, that's not really ideal. Okay, so I have 5 off the end here. I mean, I guess if it's like 1 more, I won't really care that much. Or it is 2 more right now, so, right? Yeah, I think it's fine. I can live with it. For none of villagers beginning of the Streamtopia. True. Have to build a spirit? I probably will. I'm gonna do one of the, you know, the Spirit Classic, where I just take a different build and, you know, like maybe I make a Sears or something and turn it into a spirit, which, funny I said that specifically, probably because that is my spirit. The other one I thought of is there's one, it might not have been Spirit, actually. It might have been Halloween City, I don't remember. But it was funny because it was they were in a former DSW, but, which is a shoe store. the DSW just like moved across the street. I don't know why, but it was like, okay, imagine you have like buildings here, and then I think it was a road here, and then more buildings here. The store would be here, and then the actual DSW would be here now. So it was there and just moved, like, not that far. So, that's something, I guess. Certainly a decision. It was just kind of funny. I've also seen that happen with Walmart, which is a lot crazier of one to do that with, I feel like. It's just odd. They've got to have some reason, surely, for that. Hello, Mr. Toon. I found it really great as well. I loved it. 2 guys in a city, that's crazy. In the street Forgotten Way. City description. I must describe the city. Yes, but in both cases something else moved in. So I'm guessing it was either a rent or a space thing. They were like, oh, this one is cheaper or larger or whatever. I don't know. Beans, so true. Full prototype cosplay. I don't want to see someone do that. I kind of want something at the top, because the top feels bland right now. Maybe I could do Horathon's favorites and pipes. I'm gonna deal with the consequences later of whatever extra ones it wants to add. Some lights at the top. I just feel like I don't need 2 sets of lights, you know? I don't feel like I need them at the top and the sides. Let me see how dark it is. No, I'm fine with that for the lighting. Although now that I'm looking at it, those dark oak fence gates aren't bright enough, so they aren't really helpful in any regard. You can't really see them. I could try pale oak. I'm leaving the stream if you build pipes there. That's crazy. That's actually very true. Yeah, Mr. Toon. That would be quite the screen blockers. Like food sim. I did nothing to Georgie Bros. I'm definitely not innocent, but that's besides the point. What if I ran directly down the center? Well, that wasn't very kind. Yeah, I like that better. I think that works. I'm unsubscribing and leaving the Discord. That is wild. Funniest part is somebody would do that over a pipe. Okay. Maybe I deserve this. See, because you typed the P, the I, and then the A, it looks like you were gonna type piano and then decided to not. That's all I got for you. Or like rhinestones or something. They can be up to your own interpretation. I don't really know. No, I don't feel like that makes sense. I'm fine with that. Maybe I'll come back to it later, but I do have to figure out how to block off the lights for... do I? I could just leave them. This one I can... I can casually just... You know, I can do this. Bully after the stream. I needed something. I don't know why it's my fault. There's Rubik's Cube. It'll get more organized as they release, or should. YouTube, okay, so this is an issue with more than just that. If I upload a video, okay, YouTube will automatically put it at the bottom. And they just sort in order that way, so like, you know, it would be 1, 2, 3, whatever. Because, let's say I recorded episode, or part 19 when part 7 released or something, or the day before, because, actually no, I'll say day after, because part 7 released publicly and then I uploaded one members, 19 would be, if 19 was released first, it would be, or if it's released to members before, it would be above 7. So I don't really control it, but as all the ones that have been publicly released should hopefully be in order. If they aren't, then I've got an issue. But they're just gonna be weird. I don't really know. I can't do much about it yet. I could probably make it to where they're sorted like automatically, or I sort them manually rather, but I just don't really feel like doing that, so you know, I'll pass. But they should fix as they upload. Just kind of live with it for now, I guess. We good there when it comes out? Yeah. Yeah, perchance. I meant to put a trapdoor on top of that, and I just didn't grab the trapdoor, which is always exciting. Hello, Iron Mouse. It wasn't that much. Like, I'm okay with doing it there. You know what I mean, Horathon? Like, that's at least manageable. It's not as bad as some of the terraforming I have to do, good lord. Terra Island, Terraform Mania. Or something, I don't know. I just work here. I have no idea what I used. I used a video and I don't remember what it was. All I remember is that there was some video that told me what command and what not to use, and I went off of it. I don't remember more than that. Yeah, okay. That's cool. And then... like, I guess I do that. I'm not sure. Touching grass? No way. Unheard of. I think now I go with like right terracotta. I was gonna use sandstone, but sandstone is ugly as frick, so I'm good. What? I'm dying. Ah, I'm okay. That was a little scary. Light gray wool. I have to remember. That's so far away though. Oversized sewer pipes? You look like an oversized sewer pipe. How about that? I don't actually mind the granite. but I think wool is gonna be better. I'm just never gonna remember to change this, unfortunately. Hello, Jess. Yeah, I've seen it, but don't spoil it for the rest of the lads here. But yeah, did you enjoy it? Well, I assume so if you watched it for a second time. I'm so sad the series is over, though. Yeah, it sucks. I'm gonna watch it again on when it releases to YouTube, but I cannot be bothered to go out again, honestly, for that. Okay, that looks dumb. Okay, yeah, I know the statue. I forgot the statues were going to be in the middle. I should maybe do something about that. Let me see what it looks like on my side, though. Because if it is, like... What? Why does YouTube do that? Oh, they're showing inverted. Yeah, no, they're showing inverted. I have to invert it. Hold on. But last time I did it on there, it screwed up, so I'm gonna... Hold on, I'm gonna do it this way. Give me one moment. Because it, for some reason, is sorting to where the bottom's at the top or something. They published oldest would be correct. Yes, okay, that's better. It's still not going to be exactly correct, and I think the statues are going to be in the middle. Yeah, okay. So now it's Spudsies, the first 4 statues, then it'll be 8, 9, 10, then 1, then 11. Yeah, okay. But that'll fix itself as it progresses. It's just going to be a little weird for now, except for, again, Gangle, Gummy Goo, Zooble, and Kinger will all just be there. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that one. I mean, yeah, I don't feel like you'll enjoy anything as much if you're spoiled, but I think you'll still enjoy it for the most part. Transport. Are you asking Bun Bun, like, from one side to the, like, the actual main room itself? The giant polished deep state tracks? Because I couldn't tell you. That's better, I think. Still not perfect, but it's better. It does kind of look like the hub, yeah, you're right. Favorite block in Minecraft? Probably smooth quartz. You can do the most with smooth quartz. Pomnia is definitely the prototype, 100%. No, I think it is better to do it here. And then there's where it would switch back to mud. I didn't know bushes naturally generated like this. That's interesting. Because I haven't played Survival. So I'd say it's not my fault, but it definitely is my fault. Deep set tile blocks. They're a really good roof material, but aside from that, I don't really care for them that much. My favorite block is raw gold. I actually like raw iron more than raw gold. I found usages for raw iron. For some reason, it works really well as a base block for certain buildings. It's got that, like, stone brick texture, sort of. Like the more organic look. Hi, Char. Tire series and survival? You're insane, Harathon. I've been thinking about that because if we do a multiplayer survival thing, like what would the base be? Would we do like a bunch of different ones or like one larger one? Iron for Baldi's Base Explorer. Yeah, I did do that, but I used it for the prototype space block. I used it for that, and I used it for Bass Pro Shops space. That was, I think, the first time I used it, Bass Pro Shops. I remember that one very well for whatever reason. Get out of my way! A pig pipe. Okay, you can't even be mad at me. You're doing this to yourself. Hello, Jessica. Chapter 2 tutorial. Oh yeah, I forgot I used it in that. You're so right. Granny's another one of those builds that just brings out the weird materials. Okay. Did you use... No, I don't. I barely remember what I ate for breakfast. How do you expect me to remember that? Stairs and subs, same. It's gonna be huge. I should be using wool for them. Never mind, it's too late. I don't care. It's not that important. Granny statue? I'm kind of done on building statues actively right now. I still have more coming, so when you see more, don't call me a liar. There are some that have been built. I'm just not really actively building more. If I did, chances are higher than not it would be Banban or even continuation of TADC. One of those two. Not to say either of them are happening, I doubt it, but... Because there's more TADC. I never did the abstracted monster. It's like the main one I feel like I'm missing. Is it backrooms? Yeah, you can. That's what I did. I took a lot of tutorial ones and made them... Used them for backrooms because it was easier than having to manually do all of it. A ribbit statue? That would be cool. And Kaufmo I never did. I got Queenie. I've got even versions of characters. Like, there's a lot that I could do with them. Of course that's why you're excited, Chris. No, but I mean, again, she's kind of... You know what I'm saying. I was debating doing that to block the stripes, but I wonder if... I could just not deal with them and block like every other or something. What? I'm just stating factual evidence. They're not opinions, they're evidence. pretty irrefutable, I think. That's surprising. That is surprising. I bought her figure. Because why not? The evil versions of the cast? I have not, no. Poor Gangle never getting an evil version. Why don't I get one? Same marathon. I swear they had a full body. Well, no, we showed the face in one of the episodes. I think it was 6. Right? No, maybe? No, it was 7. When he grabs the photo with them. Can't believe Mouse is trying to gaslight me. yeah. I let Chris talk about all the weird things. Get a glimpse into that mind. It's like a lab rat. I'm taking notes every time. I'm joking. I don't actually take notes, I swear. Just don't check my phone, no cheats. Just a few options. Why don't you just take a guess, Cooper? Why popcorn? What did I say that one made you want popcorn? Also, this is unrelated, but the theater that I went to, the popcorn was so good. Oh my gosh. Maybe the best movie theater popcorn I've had. It was my first time going to the theater that I did, and I'm actually glad I picked that one, because it's not one that particularly strikes out to me as like a good theater, because it's in the middle of a dying mall, and it doesn't even have a sign. I almost missed it, because I've been to this mall a lot, but I knew where the theater was roughly, but I didn't know from the outside. The only thing was on a white brick wall, it had the word cinemas. That was the only indication, and I didn't see it at first, so I just like missed it. But it was surprisingly a good theater. The seats were good, all of it was good. I had no complaints. Think I should go there more often. Yeah, you are right, Cooper. I do not. How too funny for a girlfriend is crazy. That's wild. Yeah, the Pomni plush? Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. So, the person that was 2 seats to my right, won a Pomni plush in an arcade machine, apparently in the lobby of the theater. And he had, because nobody was sitting between me and him, so he had the Pomni plush sitting in the seat. And then the guy to my left had a Kane figure that I didn't get a good look at, but it existed. I was honestly surprised, because obviously I knew, like, I know how big the Amazing Digital Circus is as a whole, but I didn't realize how many people actually are invested like that. The amount of people that I saw with either some sort of dress up or whatever, cosplay, or actual merch was shocking to me. I didn't realize how many people, especially there, like in that theater, would have been invested. But it was a really full theater. It was empty. That's crazy. I think I did go to a different theater than this for Backrooms, but I think TADC was more full than Backrooms, and it was a larger theater. That was kind of the one thing that shocked me when I like first entered the main theater room, is just how big it was compared to normally the theater sizes I'm used to seeing. It was quite large. I'm also scared to rewatch it, honestly. But I didn't have the stripes. That's a problem. You're my noise, Tazzy? To be fair, I mean, I guess I'm not scared to rewatch it because, I mean, you know what happens now. But I feel like rewatching some of those when you know it all is gonna definitely be a little bit more like, oof. In that sense. I don't know. We'll see. How do I cover these? We're just like... some slabs or something. I don't know. Yeah, that one, Georgie Bros. That one is still just in my brain. Clearly they did a good job, though. If that is the case. See, I don't know why. It's hard when you don't, like, have anything you're going off of, particularly. It's hard to come up with ideas. Oh, wait, I missed... That's uneven, because this would be the next one. Aww. I suppose I'll break the... Oops, okay. It's a little more than I needed to break. Hi, Harry. Should you stream watching TADC episodes? I should. I'd probably split it in 2 streams just because that's a lot of content otherwise, or a lot of consecutively streaming, watching one thing for my short attention span. Sunflowers! No way. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but I didn't, Georgie Bros. Hello, Nida, I want to say. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. 3 sections, really? There are definitely... There's 2 for me, I think, that could potentially give me a reaction that I immediately am thinking of. Okay. Cool. I gotta extend these out now more, and then we can start a McDonald's, I think. Do I want... No, I'm thinking about this, because... Would I want... Would I want a main highway? And should this be it if that's the case? I don't think it should be if it is. I'm okay with this just immediately branching off, like having maybe a third lane that pops up that turns into the McDonald's or whatever. I should put the McDonald's right there, right on the hole. It's perfect. Napoleon Dynamite in real life? That's a crazy comparison. I don't know. Great question, I guess. Yeah. Same for the first part. I've never seen Amphibia, so can't relate there. I'm so sorry, Mr. Tree. You're gonna have to go. You had a good life. Till I showed up. And then you showed up. You dangerous, mute, lunatic. So you know what? You win. Just go. Insert maniacal laughing here. It's been fun. Don't come back. McDonald's? Yes, probably. That's the plan. I should throw a freaking beach party, you're right, Nova. That's also wild. Said we can go before because I got bored. Nice. I remember 0 things from Banban 4. Which one is it where you have the explosive barrels and you're blowing up Nab Nab? Which game is that? Because that's the only scene I remember that isn't from one of the games I'm either have built or I'm actively building. And isn't 8, I guess. Is it bad my initial reaction to that was bad? I think I just wasn't expecting it to be there. I don't know, maybe the rewatch I'll like it more. Because I think it did fit, I just like wasn't expecting it. It's 7? Okay. Maybe that's why I remember it. Because it was closer to the end. First in mind, then it's Minecraft. Yeah. No, I was in tears the whole movie. No, not actually. It's Nabna. Are you sure? Is it Nabnalina that you you set ablaze? And I'm getting rid of all of the grass this way. Okay, really? I need sponge. Just kidding, no I don't. There's so much. Why is there so much? It is? Huh, interesting. This kingdom. Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about the kingdom. Yeah, okay, now I remember it. Here's the middle of your road? No, not generally. You know he's going to, Georgie Bros. Like, I feel like the chances of that happening are higher than not. Pretty sure everybody who's making the Minecraft movie knows that the main goal of it is just to be as memeable as possible. And that's one of the ways that will be accomplished. I did that intentionally, yeah. That was pure rage bait and nothing else. And if you fell for it, then No, everything in that short though, the one you're referencing, Cooper, was entirely rage bait. I know the characters, but I was never gonna actually elaborate on this further. But I don't know why I slipped up when because I knew I knew it was Jumbo Josh, but for some reason I called him Ban Ban. And like 3 or 4 people mentioned it, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rage bait for the next one. Just, you know, give him the old give him the old 1-2. See how they like it. I did mention Chum Chompkins. You're right. Glad you, glad you fell for it. That's crazy, Bon Bon. That is wild. Choo Choo Charles is in Ban Ban, and that's the funniest part about that one, Horathon. Episode 8 or 8? That's hard. I don't know if I like 8 more or 8 more. I think I like 9 more than 8, though. Because I know what you actually meant. Oh, episode 9 or 9? No, I think I like 9 more. Although I'll need to rewatch it to truly say. The next thing I was considering calling him was, or calling Stinger was the Lorax. That was the next thing I had seen and was like, I should have a stop sign here, or light, not sign. Wait, this isn't, but these aren't connected. That doesn't matter. Oh, they should be. Hey, Nova, from now on, we do that, okay? I'm sick of it. This is me allowing you to go. I would say rogue, but that really isn't rogue. I should. You're right, Chris. Good idea. Thanks. Okay, so I'll have you turn here. And then I'm gonna have the McDonald's right here. So you would maybe turn again? I don't know. It doesn't. What the frick does that mean? What do you mean it doesn't exist? Thank you, and hello, Roman. I'm debating... No, it doesn't matter. Wait, should I actually feel like I shouldn't connect these here. This would just be an offshoot here, and then I'll have later an intersection that's a 4-way. Maybe beyond the mountains. Ooh, but I have an ocean there. Ooh, that's not fun. There's another village. Well, if we ever get there, you know what's happening to that one. Story 5. Story 5. Lamb. Why don't you watch both at the same time? Obvious solution. Can't believe you didn't think of that. Tunnel's not bad. Yeah, I'm getting somewhere. Okay. So, I'll have the opening be here. I'm not really necessarily worried about laying this part out yet. Like, I'm gonna get at least a little bit of the road kind of situated here. And then all of this is gonna be blocked. You're not gonna see this hole at all. This is a very interesting cave. Whoa, this is a weird cave. That's strange. Okay. Anyway. Was it once you split yourself in half? It's obvious. You, who did that? What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Anybody here see the... Wrong side. Anyone here see the LN3 DLC announcement? Do I just take up the whole space? More importantly, do I just want a McDonald's here? Yes, I think so. City building? This isn't a real city, it's just a made-up one. It's whatever I think of, I guess. Something like that. Sure, I can cut it off there. Hello, Heather. Alan fans wouldn't care much. Fun stream soon? True. I know, I am excited for it. Myself. And as that should be expected. Yes, I think it was. I actually don't remember fully. Shipping, okay. If the jumbo shosh is carrot and the bubba is shown is a diameter of the noob. I think it's purple. Horathon. Subway train. You know, that would be really interesting to do something with the caves with that. I'll try to remember that. That's like a later idea though. Because I'm too early to have like set spots where a subway would work. But I like that idea. Who is Bob? I mean, I would say Jumbo Josh is more than Bam Bam the Face, which is probably why I called him, you know, the wrong name. I'm building this so strange. I probably shouldn't be doing this the way that I'm doing this. But too late. But because, look, I'm doing it, so this is the drive-through here, right? And then I would have, how do I do that, actually? Maybe I just do this. Sure, why not? This will be McDonald's, yes. Seems like a good start. I'm gonna bring these across however far I can. Which is there. I am struggling to place blocks, that's exciting. Have fun with that, Mr. Toon. See you later. Gas station. I was thinking that, actually. Yeah, gas station popped in my head a minute ago. That and, like, some sort of a store. But I'll need to figure this part out first. Before I can really build more than the McDonald's, I'll need to figure out exactly what I'm doing with the road set up here. Because I don't want to go through this mountain. I'd rather go around it. So I'll probably end up having to bring this out, like, up this little bit, and then turn it like that. Or I could just turn it that way and then have another branch off. I'll have to see. Redstone torch for fire alarms. I feel like I'd use mangrove buttons for those because they're smaller, but redstone torch is an interesting idea. Okay, vintage McDonald's building. Let me see what I can find. Okay. I'm not thinking what I'm finding. This one. You can't see it, but this one. I think I need an altered version of that because I don't really... World's oldest McDonald's. I found that. I think I should maybe take an idea, but I shouldn't directly copy. Because I'm going to end up burning myself, I think, if I try that. That one's weird. I'm finding some weird ones. Yeah, okay. That... Is that an AI image? It might be. It looks slightly off. So I'm assuming it probably is. So I'm gonna try not to use that one. But also it kind of works. But it's like correct. Yeah, this one's fine. It's not AI. All 50 states? I could, but I'd have to write them down. I probably could. Okay, how do I... I have an interesting idea. Hold on. This might not work the way I want. However, because I don't want to not have stream chat up. And I don't feel like pulling this up on my phone. So, could I theoretically put it on OBS? If it's showing on stream, how big would it be right now? How about top left? It's gonna be blocked either way. Just a little bit larger. Are you guys fine with that? Is that okay? Being there? So you can see what my reference is as well, and I also can see it myself without having to have it up. Yes? Okay, cool. So, I think I want... The arch should be actually in this, I believe. Get it off? Mouse, your opinion's actually irrelevant, so... Sorry. Except I'm not sorry. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry. Crusty yeah, no, you're right. That's not gonna be good. How do I get the height and the other part? That's where I'm gonna struggle, I think. Okay, I think I understand. That's wider than it should be still, right? Yes, maybe a little bit. Wonder if I did this instead for the top. That does make it a little bit shorter as well, but that's fine. That's better. I'm going to bring all of this up a block as well. What inspired you to make a second McDonald's right next to the first one? Money. It's gonna be me, Horathon. I'll adjust it later, but I think I want to start trying to get, like, the main idea. And how do I do the Ooh, I have an interesting idea. For the stripes. Play plays. I don't know if this interior will have room for one. I could technically do one outside. I'll see. I'm not thinking about that quite yet. Build competition. I have done ones in the past. I just haven't done one in a while because of reasons that aren't important. Would it look dumb if I did pins like that? Probably. It's gonna look probably a little bit off regardless. I think it'd actually be better if I did like this and then had panes outside. Krusty Krab City? That's crazy. Thank you, Arthon. Clicking episode 9 spoilers? That's tragic. It will be worth the wait, I'll tell you that much. What if I like... If I did this. I feel like I should almost... Well, if I push the bottom in... That not what I said. If I push the bottom in, that gives me room to add the signs here and also not getting rid of the slabs. So I think that might be better anyway. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if this is turning out, but we'll see. I wish sulfur was out, but I'll just use bamboo, and maybe if I remember, I'll change it. City gonna finish? I'm on episode 1. I don't think the finish point is quite in view at this point in time. Sulfur is gonna be really useful. Precisely why I was saying I wish I had it, I guess. Yeah, that's fair, Chris. That sucks for real. I want to put like something on the underside of these blocks, and I don't know why. My goal will be eventually add banner letters there. I kind of want to alternate, so the next row would be probably red terracotta with pale oak signs, and then I go smooth course with mangrove again. Might be bold. We'll see. Do I want a door there? I kind of do. Because you see there's a door, it's like right in front of the pillar. But because I have it in line behind like that, I might... Ooh, wait, I should push this back. That's what I should do. So it's here instead. And then I can add the door here. And then it feels better, yeah. Invisible McDonald's? Sure. Thank you, Aura Deleted, and also hello. I don't plan on it. I mean, the last one kind of got abandoned for different reasons, but I don't plan on abandoning this one. Obviously not. Be pretty dumb to start it and then be like, alright, see ya. Just immediately to it. Yes, I am, Red Foxy. That is correct. If you, well, that's what the reference is in the top, if you noticed that. I'm literally just using my own stream to see the reference. But hey, it's working, so whatever. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This might be too many signs. I don't hate it. It's okay. I want to try removing at least the top. What if I left the very top and the very bottom, and or just did it on the like that? I like it on the base. I think that's fine, but I might just do, or I could alternatively, since this is actually striped, I can remove it there. But since there's only one row on the front, I have, you know, that. Hello, Nathan. Go under. I think you can get it with a give command. Are you talking about this? If I'm not saying theaters, I'll watch it with someone. Myself. No, I mean, yeah. For the first one, I feel like you should just on your own. Yeah, just it's just you have to do /give for it. It's kind of annoying. Okay. I should get the banner letters out of the way. What is the capitalization for this? That's gonna be the fun part to figure out. Only the M and the D. Okay. Oh, the C is small. I wonder if I can do... I should be able to do that. I think I know how I would. I'll deal with that momentarily. Okay. Just trying to debate how I want to do the M. It's, for me, whenever I do banner letters, I'm always thinking, because there's a lot of ways you can stylize the letters, I'm always thinking what I can do that makes it, like, the best to what you're trying to do, if that makes sense. Let me see. Let me just see how it feels if I do it like this. How far up would I need to go? Okay, I have a better idea. I did make an F on accident, which wasn't what I was going for, but anyway. So I'm gonna start by doing this line first, and then I'll do the full bottom half, and then I can do both these. It's a little scuffed, but I want to get that captured, so I'm gonna go with it. Get along. This is a Bendy cartoon? Or is it something in the game that you're talking about? Am I dumb? Hello, Animal Jam. I'm alright. How are you? Just doing my favorite, making banner lists. I gotta make 2Ds. That sucks. It's more so annoying than anything, actually. I'll survive, whatever. Whoopsies. M to the power of C. Yeah, exactly. Definitely what I was going for. Okay. And I know I could do it. I just had to think about it, because there's a couple ways I could technically do a lowercase n, and I'm going to go with this one. Lowercase a, that's one that's going to be annoying. Oh, the letter after a is going to be really bad. That's sarcastic, by the way. If you know what letter it is, if you think about it for a sec, it's real sarcastic from me. Did I do that backwards? I did. That's awesome. Way to go, me. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I do it right this time. That side. I don't really feel like this map would gel well with backrooms. Okay, I'm so scared. Whew, that was hard. Lowercase d. That one's pretty easy, actually. There's a refresh coming up that when I was doing the banner letters, I made one, I think it was P, not D. But I wanted it to be taller because, you know, I just felt like it made sense. And I didn't want to make all the others, like, shorter than two block tall banners. So I ended up doing 2 banners, and I made it 3 blocks tall. And it's so weird, but it actually worked really well. Yeah, I know, for real, Hearthon. Might be the hardest thing I've ever done in this game right there. Definitely. I want to try doing slabs here instead. And then I can have the red, actually, on top of the glass. That might be cool. Raining McDonald's. You mean like full McDonald's restaurants? That would be terrifying. Then I actually can remove you, because now it's lower than that. Anyway. Yeah, this isn't perfect. But I mean, it doesn't have to be for what I want. I'm fine with it being a little bit off. If I could speak my words properly. Yeah, I'm happy with this though. Can't complain. It's always odd in a situation like this because you're trying to do something different. Like I've never done anything stylistically like this. This is entirely new to me. So, as expected, I may have some issues getting some parts of it exactly how I would want, but as a whole, I really can't complain. Vision builds nowadays. You know what? That's completely fair. The perfectionist in me cannot. I'd rather take the extra time to get it perfect, you know? It's only been hour 40. I feel like it's been I feel like it should be 2 hours at this point. Your dad, grandpa? Doesn't have his license. Story 5? Hell yeah, at least you'll be able to see it. Pretty cool. I think it is worth the trek to the theater. Okay. I don't really necessarily need it that large. I mean, I can figure out the interior. Because I'm a magician, actually. That's why. Yep. My ways are a secret. Can you copy door? No, okay. Wait, can you? No. But it has something to do with that. That's all I'm telling you. Ah, yes, the Chuck E. Cheese build. Do I wanna... I need a front door, that's important. You know what, I'm removing this door. And I'm gonna add it right... Expensive theater. Dang, how much are the tickets for it? I don't think I want to deal with the pressure or the issues with the play place. It just is a lot of work. That's what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. I guess I could... the spacing is so off, though. Because if I did this... Theoretically, I have like half a space there. Yeah, like... I'm just over here building McDonald's and suddenly it's like... Jump scare sound. I don't understand. I mean, that wasn't a jump scare sound specifically, but you get the point. You know what I should do, actually? I'm going a little bit off the rails with this, but... It's gonna grab the mud. I think. We'll find out. It shouldn't grab the calcite. Oh, it didn't grab the mud either. Nice. It did do that, though. Which isn't particularly... Get out of my way! Sonic Doritos, bouncy castle outside in a separate part of the parking lot. That's a crazy idea, actually. Your Sonic's incredible for that, Chris. That's amazing. Handicap parking? You're so right. I always remember that in Refresh. I just haven't thought about it yet. I'll get there in a moment. I think. Assuming I do remember, which I should. Okay. Normally I would do like these spots would be handicap, but I'll see once I get there. This is just like, everything is in my way right now. Please stop being in my way. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the end needs to be here at least. Get all of this out of my way. Please. There's Best Buy. I did add them in Walmart, didn't I? Ah, well. I mean, if you follow them enough, like, you can come up with the design. The next one that's a big store does have them. If that makes you feel any better about it, I guess. A little bit unorthodox, but it's okay. Because I'm going to do... Maybe I'll have a space here. Because I don't really want to go too much further out with this side. That's what I'm trying to avoid. My parking lots generally are strange. I have some questionable choices, but... That's the most diabolical backgrounds in the grocers. Yeah, no, that's a good question. I gotta say though, like Nathan, the scenery of it is beautiful, but yeah, no, it's... If you're trying to build it or whatever, it is rough for sure. I could probably do this. Wait, I can make you 7 and push you... I got... What? Push you over. Okay, yeah, no, that's what I would do. And then it'd be symmetrical. Yippee. And it also gives me an extra parking space. You know what, I'm gonna do it this way. Just gotta do replace air because I'm lazy. I already have the replace typed out, so might as well. Are we serious? Really gonna do that to me? Okay, the double tall grass is wild. Sure, I guess, whatever. This is the second city I've done. The first one, I got pretty far in. I think it was the longest series I've done, actually. Which is kind of funny. Oh, rest in peace, this space. Okay, that's too tight. So, no space. That's fine, I'm okay with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10. You know, I almost feel like actually it would be smarter to push this all the way over. So... And then however many spaces I can get before the end is what I'll do. I'm going to make it 7 for now, but if I can extend it, then I will. Yeah, whatever. That's good. I'm more happy with that. I wouldn't have a reason to add a crane unless I had skyscrapers, which I'm not even thinking about yet. See you later, two guys. Not really, I thought chicken was made out of pork. Hello, dreams. Which I don't want the drive-through window on. I guess here. I'll do it this way. Nah, we don't like the grass anyway. I love Ranimal, yeah, I thought it was great. Such a bewildering game, if you know what I mean. Just absolutely bonkers. In a good way, though. I do mean that in a good way. It's 54th McDonald's soon. This might as well be my 54th. The original city had one. The other city that I can't remember the name of had one. I have 3 tutorial ones. Plus this one, so that's 6 right there. Is that all of them? There's got to be another one, but... Share Atrium to the world. The Atrium scares me. Hard to build. Mesa Digital Circus was most difficult, I think. Poppy Playtime's up there for sure. Little Nightmares 2 also, just because of the sheer size of that map was scary. Blue ice? Sure, why not? And then I should have a sign. That's the wrong wall. I don't have structure voids, so true. That's tragic. Okay. What if I do this instead? With a snowball in it, because I can't think of anything else, and snowball just feels appropriate. It's shorter than I'd like, but, well, I could also do it like this, maybe. I'm gonna go with that. I have a better idea. But I've got a better idea. It's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. If I were you, I'd take a deep breath and hold it. Yeah, I like that. That's better. I could also actually... I should put it here instead. That would make even more sense. I was gonna do that, but I didn't think I had enough space for it. Because this row threw me off. Was scammed. Good cars. I like the idea of having cars, but also I kind of don't, because that just feels too wild for little old Minecraft, you know what I mean? Alright, the one thing that I didn't consider for this is I don't have room for the sign. I can figure it out. Like the menu that you would drive up to and you would not be able to hear them say a single word as you try to give them your order. Fun fact, I don't go through drive-thrus. If I'm getting fast food, I'm normally what I do is I order it on the like app or website or whatever, and then I just walk in and pick it up. I don't know if that's a fun fact, but I'm still going with the fact that it's a fun fact. Cool bug facts. I can see you. How's that feel? Yeah, I can't complain. It's not perfect, but it does get the job done, so I am happy about that. I'll light the parking lot in a second, but yeah, that's pretty nice. Also going to add a light back here. FNAF because it was the first initial. Freddy Nap. See, wow, those are my favorite FNAF animatronics. You can make Minecraft didn't look like the inside of an infected tumor in 10 hours. You should just make the largest flying machine of all time. How about that, mouse? Okay, I can get rid of this now. And I'm also deleting it off of my computer. I haven't touched Bendy since last stream. I don't really do I haven't been doing chapter 3 off streams at all. Welcome back, bros, Georgie. One on each corner. Why not? I don't really feel like insanely lighting this. I just kind of want, like... I should have a sign. That's what I should do. Like a big sign, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hello, Shibbies. Glad you enjoy them. Villagers for people. Maybe eventually. I don't know. I'm not thinking about those kinds of things yet. I kind of just want to get what I am picturing down and then work from there. As in, you know, all this stuff. I want to look back at this since we've been at this for a little bit. I really like Sunflower City. It's so like it's very basic, but I do really like it. That's definitely right now where my brain is leaning towards for Nim. Wow, Bone Meal does a lot more than I thought. Wow, that's a lot of grass. I think I'm just like used to how it is in the plains right now, where it's just like, you know, a good amount of grass, but like not that much. But then, wow, Bone Meal did a lot more than I expected. Thank you, Georgie Bros. Yeah, having villagers in here yelling at the minimum wage cashier. What do you mean you can't take it back? I didn't want pickle. I want to speak to your manager. Retail and retail and food service are traumatizing. I've never worked food service, but I've worked retail, and I can only imagine that food service is worse than retail. So, you know. I could do something with Sunny, too. What about Sunflower Valley? Hear me out? Thoughts on that, anybody? Because we kind of... It's not really a valley, but we got some mountains here. Sunny Day Valley? Isn't Sunny Day a brand? Replace a carrot. Sunflower Valley, we get a yes from Mouse. I am making that official. Stardew Valley, okay. I like the capitalization, I don't know why. Sunflower Valley. I'm going with it for now. It's always up for change later, but... Sunflower Valley is good. Mostly good consensus. You know what? Poll. I'm just doing a yes or a no. Sunflower Valley as name. Yes, no. The White House? That's crazy. I was thinking about starting with like a town hall building, but that's something I'm gonna wait on because I kind of want to see where my brain goes with that. Thank you, Handel. Okay, I need a bathroom. That is larger than I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, well, I can just leave it. It doesn't matter. Work at the most. Freddy Fazbear's, Joey Drew's, Professor Batman's Kindergarten. Playco would be the most interesting, I think, to like have that experience with. Would also be the most traumatizing, but would be very interesting just to kind of see how it functioned. Although I think I'd probably just like Mr. Peterson's house is weird to pick. I'd probably go Freddy's. Freddy's feels the most like normal. Capitalization. Yeah, I can, but I don't know. I just kind of like it that way. I'm weird about it. Don't ask. I'm just gonna do a gender-neutral bathroom. I don't have room to be doing more than that here. Okay. Counter color should be... Just gonna go pale oak. Backrooms is Easter egg. I've already made 2 backrooms maps. If I have to make a 3rd, I might cry. See, when you throw Mr. Peterson's house in there as an option, I'm like... Obviously, as a concept, sure, whatever, you could be his assistant. But, like, what would he be having you do? My imagination is just immediately to, like, just covering up crimes. I don't know why. Like, help me bury this body or whatever. That's where my first thought goes. the symmetry is too strong here. I say that because I want to have an opening on the side, but I can't. Now I can. Frick! And we told you to stop vaping, mouse. Just because you draw. That's true, yeah, if I could draw, that'd be a solid option. Unfortunately for me, I can't, so... What are we doing anymore? I'm trying to figure out how I can make this symmetrical. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. If I have a 1 block in the center. Okay, yeah, no, I got it. 1 block in the center. So like that. I'd be down to do the White House in general, but I don't want any actual landmarks in this that are real landmarks. I might have a separate one. Out of any landmark, I've really wanted to build a gateway arch. That's the one I think I'd enjoy building the most. Yeah, figures as much. Yeah, okay. Does this have a... This has a 2-block center, which means I could do that, theoretically. I don't know if that makes sense, but sure. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I might actually change it, because I think it'd be more interesting if I had lights over the tables. Nice, it's Monk. It's very awesome. Good luck with most of those. There's some scary ones in there you mentioned. At least to me. Okay. No, I got it. It's fine. I so unbelievably have this. I like to imagine there was one point in time where going to a McDonald's you actually had to wait in line. Or like wait to be seated, I mean, more so. Could you imagine having to wait to eat at McDonald's? I mean, to be fair, the food was also probably better then than it is now. A lot of upsides. Skyscrapers aren't that hard if you kind of get an idea going. It's hard when you are building like 1,000,000 of them, though, yeah. Because you can run out of ideas real quick. Because it's fast. Yeah, but I mean, like, when McDonald's first existed or whatever. Like, this had to be popping, you know? When there wasn't one every 15 minutes. You should do Backrooms. Backrooms is a really fun map. It's certainly difficult, but it's part of the fun. Nah, they don't get free refills. I gotta ask. Probably out of, like, anything that I have to make a decision on, that's one of the funniest. That you don't really necessarily think about. Like, should I make it so you have to, like, you can just get a refill? Like, are the drink station out there or back here? I'm gonna go with some glazed terracotta for this. That's not something I've ever done. Red, blue, and orange. It depends what you do with Backrooms. It does get real stale if you just do level 0 as is. I want to... I mean, this will be a conversation with the people in the map. But I like to take our level 0, expand it, and have almost like a subsection of it that is more freaky. More like Backroom should be, because I feel like the way we have level 0 right now just, as my fault, I take the blame for this, just isn't quite enough for what I would want. This is a weird looking Spudsies, you're right. This has certainly been a stream. That's a really nice view, actually. This is what I mean. Like, this is why I, one, chose a non-super flat world, and two, part of the reason I want to keep it as it is. Like, I just like those kinds of... Having just, like, those visuals. Like, imagine you're working at McDonald's and that's your view all day. I would love that. I'd actually want to work at McDonald's if that was the case. I am running out of room. Boy, we're running out of humans. Chick-fil-A? I'll definitely eventually get to a Chick-fil-A. Although, I don't want to just immediately stockpile all the restaurants, like, first thing. But yeah, Chick-fil-A I will try to remember to eventually add one. What else do I need? I'll deal with the magma in a second. It's important, I swear. I guess an oven? I don't really know. A microwave. And yes, I'm making fun of McDonald's with that comment, in case anybody wanted to know. I'm just not a huge McDonald's fan. It's not the worst thing out there, but it's not the best, so you know. Okay. I think that's everything that I need for now. It's a little crowded, but that's fine. I kind of figured that'd be an issue with doing the full exterior before I start the interior. I knew what I was getting myself into. Okay. Where's the dividing layer? Right there. Because I want the sink to be here. If that's... I don't think that's reasonable, no. Would anything else block it? No, because the tripwire hooks. Darn, that's fine then, whatever. Get me hungry, Sam. I am hungry. Hotel built into one. That's an interesting idea. I'll have to think about it. Because I do like that idea. I just don't want to, again, compensate the mountains too much, as I said. They're kind of the main thing right now that I'm like, yes. I need one of you. Do I have a good spot for one of you? Just right there. Why not? Not perfect, because I just don't have room, but... Be great in this. Like, you build some on top of a hill, just look out into the city. Yeah, imagine like a modern house or something, just right where that cherry tree is. That one right there. That'd be such a cool view. You know what would be really interesting? To add a hiking trail. That's something I've never done, and I've never even considered doing until this very second. But a hiking trail on one of these would be very interesting. I'll try to remember that as well. Ski resort? Ski resort would be cool too. If I ever get close to one, that's another thing I'll try to remember. There's no way, Horathon. We're just on the same wavelength. Oh, that's funny. I don't really feel like I'm going to need a ton of lighting back here. Maybe add one there, and that should be all I need. because of this light. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Not the best interior I've done, but I mean, I just wanted to get it out of the way. I don't know if I'm doing interiors for everything, like immediately especially. Welcome back, Nate and Nova. Costco or mall? Costco, I do like the idea. Mall, I'll have to see if I feel like it's something, because I like the idea of a mall. I just, it's such a task. As I get further, we can play with just ideas in general like that more. You know, as I'm starting here, it's a little bit harder to really visualize any good ideas because, well, I've been building for all of 15 seconds. Okay, I'm doing Rosa 2 for this. I don't want it to necessarily be that steep, but I also kind of need it to be. Because, like, I don't want to be digging too much into this. To, like, there. That seems good for now. Too beautiful for justice? That's a sentence. Ha, don't make me laugh. Do I want this to be one lane both ways? Sure, why not? Sure. That seems fine. I'm gonna build in the road at whatever it will be, and then I'll just terraform around it however I need to. Unfortunate no sulfur yet, but Primark? I am not familiar with what that is. I might take that as an actual, just normal tutorial suggestion as well. I'll see. Clothing shop? Ah, interesting. There are some strange ambiance sounds for sure. As I'm looking at this McDonald's, just kind of like this, you know, I'm happy with that. That's a good first building for sure. That gives me a good start. Not enough capitalism. So true. Hello, imposter. Door notification for TADC spoilers. Are we serious? Mouse. There's no way. Did you intentionally type made like that, or was it an accident? Marathon. Let's see what you're made of. Shut up. There's someone who's streaming TSA. I think that'd be pretty cool. That'd be something to do. Watch whoever that guy is that's streaming. I'm not sure who it is though. You'll have to figure that one out on your own. TDC movie? I did see it, yes. And hello, Josh. Pirate episode 9? That's wild. I just don't pirate stuff, period. Not really. I don't know, I just don't have a reason to. I'd rather spend the money and see it. Support them, you know? But then again, I mean, with my merch purchases, I feel like I supported them plenty. Unfortunately, any incline I'm switching to andesite for, which I really don't want to do, but oh well. Or something over there. Here's a spoiler. That's what they sent me. Ah. It was the Jax image, right? Or, yeah, it was, right, Grace? Let me, that sucks. Yes, sir, Pazin. Hello. That's crazy watching the original one. That one was so long ago. That series just slowly died. I mean, it was destined to, I feel like. Work too. Yeah, I was looking at it, but I kind of just feel like switching it to andesite is... That feels so weird. I could also switch the mud. That's an option. Let me see. You know what? I might make it that, because I'm looking at it now. And while it's not horrible, it feels too abrupt. Like, it does feel like just a patch. Let me see. That's not how you spell replace. That is a little darker than it should be. I could do Blackstone for the whole thing. Would that also feel the same? That's actually, funnily enough, still different. That's not exactly what I wanted, but sure. That's diabolical. Can I fill with Blackstone double sub? Okay, well, whatever. Deep slate might be closer. Which deep slate, though? Cobbled? I feel like cobbled's texture is gonna be wrong. No, that's definitely closer. Yeah, sure. The other thing that I need to... Well, actually, I want to try deep slate tile real quick. I feel like that's closer, but I liked the cobbled deep slate more. The Main Street thing? That's true, yeah. Sticking with that. But I'm not going to add the yellow lines yet here because I'm going to wait for sulfur to come out. Placing a thumbnail improves so much. Yeah, yeah. Some of those original ones were, they were something else for sure. Right, like that, and then... And then I could have something in this plot, actually. Discord stairs for the highway lines. I like the calcite more. You should say that a third time, though. I don't think I got it the first two. Guess you didn't get it. That was my way of telling you to stop spamming the same messages if I don't read them. Please. I already bombed their village, Horathon. So, I mean, I don't really think that's a concern. Okay, that ball is done. Hi, Ender. Yes, you do. McDonald. Future escape room place. Thing like the escape game. I should. I actually made one of those forever ago. And it was fun. But I should build another one. Yeah, there's a lot of videos there, Pez. I noticed that recently that I was over 1,000. I was like, what? When did that happen? It's crazy. Nice, thank you, Ender. I don't want McDonald's now. See, we're not the same. Let's see how this is. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Start blowing onto my road. Experiment? Yeah, I know. I just don't want to turn on experiments. Earth 1-to-1. Yeah, that'd just be a quick let's build. The funny thing is every time you would get close, there'd be like 80 more construction projects being finished. I feel like you just would never be able to catch up. There's too much happening at all times. So... Sonic? Ooh, I want Sonic. I was thinking about Wendy's earlier today. '80s or '90s? Yeah, that was the intent, actually. That is so good. I successfully accomplished my goal. Cherry biome. I was not even intending for that, Horathon. So... I kid you not, what I did for this was world template, there's a world template option. So, one was Cherry Grove actually, so I very well could have, but I went for Sunflower Field. And spawn was like right there somewhere, maybe by the sand. And I just flew this way over the mountain and I saw this, I was like, hell yeah. But the cherry trees are a bonus. I was not looking for them. But like happy... So infrastructure and everything. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. There was one idea that was just like going really overly in depth on how to like create a world. And I also have another one thanks to Horathon and Georgie Bros. Well, partially. Where I just do like a not serious tutorial. I can't really elaborate more than that because that'd ruin the funny, but I'm mad I thought of that one after April Fool's, because now it's, you know, it's a little late. You know what, I can actually do this, and then it'll be like that. And then this is where it flattens out, and then I'll figure more out from that point, I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably have gas station like here, maybe? And I can add... I could add some sunflower thing here on this corner. I'm going to try to really lean into the sunflowers for this. If I get an idea like that, if I want to actually try to quote-unquote brand the city, like, I'm going to go all in. Destroying natural terraforming? True, yeah. Instead of going over the hill, just go through it. Duh. Hello, Anthony. Build World War II. It's a crazy idea. I could do like tanks or something. That'd be interesting. It's a bamboo stair. The yellow lanes don't even exist yet. What do you mean? I can't change it if they aren't real. Actually, I just remembered that I forgot to add signs over here. I wanted to add a sign for the drive-through entrance. And the exit. The lines will be sulfur. I'm not really up to changing that. Okay, that bothers me. There we go. Hi, Char. You're good. Just gonna have to ban you. I'm kidding. I won't. Alright, so, oops, sorry, finger slip. Just a little whoopsies, my bad. Yeah, no, people will go the wrong way. I'm curious, has that, well, I mean, obviously it's happened, but I'd love to talk to somebody who had somebody go through the wrong side of a drive-thru. Surely somebody has out there. It's a world for sure. I'm gonna start handing timeouts like candy on Halloween, I swear. It's that point. Also, thanks, Chris. Speaking of, hold on. This one was personal, by the way. I just gotta have like text in the top of the screen the whole time that's like, hey, you guys should read the rules. Come on, the pumpkin ones. If they are in my possession, Mouse, I'm eating all of them. You're not getting any, I'm sorry. I had somebody in high school, I think it was my senior year, although not that that's important, that just had a bag of the pumpkin ones and didn't want them, so they gave me the whole bag. Nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. No, but seriously, I love them. They're so good. The candy, not the person, for the record. Just guess that needed to be made clear. Cave? What cave? I didn't cover it yet, but you get the point. Hello, Yellowface, what? Okay, what are we doing? Actually, what are we doing? Not to... Never mind, I don't think I need to specify that. What about both? No. I almost did more than that, for real. I almost did. I stopped myself, though. I did watch the Backrooms video. Give you a spoiler-free review. So, Freddy Fazbear shows... I'm kidding. I thought it was great. It's unhinged, though. But I think that's... I mean that in a good way. So, like, some people may not like that as much. But... Jump him. But I thought it was amazing. The plot was good. The actual interpretation of the Backrooms was good. I liked the monster. It was definitely disturbing, though, and also just terrifying. I'm sure you'll do great, Char. They'll love it. No, it was not the Amazing Digital Circus. Maybe actually it was. Yeah. How do I say this respectfully, Monk? This isn't directed towards you, by the way, Monk. I'm just saying because you pointed that out. How do I word this respectfully? People are assholes. Plain and simple. That's how it's gonna be. Welcome to the internet. Here's the finale. I didn't have a timer going, but the movie, the whole premiere, including 8, I think was listed at like an hour and 36 minutes or something like that. I don't exactly remember them, but I think it was somewhere around there. Hello, FNAF fan. It's a YouTube stream. No, that one's fine. I'm okay with that word. I say that one sometimes. It just needs to be the right circumstance, and that was in fact the right circumstance. Just gonna wait till it comes out on YouTube. Yeah, that's fair enough. I just really wanted the theater experience and really didn't want to get spoiled. Which I don't know if I would have yet, actually. I've seen a couple things, but I don't think I've seen any major spoiler thing that would have, like, ruined it for me or anything. Hey, Horathon, can you shut the frick up? I should just leave the bombed village here. Oh, that would be great. You've been a bad boy. What is this? Why do we just have a sinkhole? What? How? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Minecraft ambiance. That just, like, casually goes down to Y9. Oh. What is it? I can't see what it is. This will definitely help. Skeleton. Right? Yeah, it actually did help. That's crazy. Cave divers be like. In respect? I don't think it's in respect. Horadon said it as a joke, Monk. It's okay, I know he said it as a joke. Horadon would never. Yeah, I did. I set it on fire and then I bombed it. You guys just, like, should not let me make worlds that are non-super flats, because if there's, like, mobs or anything, I'm going just rampage, apparently. Point in case, the village and also the animals on the side of the castle in one of the recent streams. Going to TADC 9? Let's go, Chris. This is why you inspire me. Yeah, here's the remains if you'd like to see, Char. I didn't go too hard because I didn't want to destroy the terrain around it. I know I care more about the terrain than the people's homes, but yeah. It got bombed. For real, for real. I might connect this river across manually. I allowed capitalism in a housing market. The villagers have no home, so they have to live in Sunflower Valley. Exactly. See? Cave divers when they seal one by one. Oh, yeah, no, that's pretty much what I was implying. With the children? It's okay, we have daycares. Or we will have daycares. Maybe, if I remember. Should we populate that too? I kind of want to leave it there, because I could actually make this into, like, a landmark. Behold, like as Mouse was suggesting, a World War, civilization or something. I don't know, a tax building? It could. That'd be a Main Street kind of thing whenever I get there. I'm just looking at this space because I want to do a gas station. And I'm trying to figure out how. I don't need turn lanes. I was looking if I did one for McDonald's, but I did not. I probably should do them, but too bad. Okay. I'm just gonna make a side. Okay, I should have enough space. That seems fine. Well, no, I should go more over because I'd like to be so I can go behind McDonald's if I need to. I don't think I will, but I don't think I'll have to. But if I do, then, you know, I'd rather be prepared to be able to do that. Like thereabout. Fourth year watching YouTube. That's crazy. Nice you stuck around for so long, Pez. I dismantled an entire village for a YouTube city. Yeah. Do I want parking? No, I don't think I need parking spaces here. No. So, I'm gonna go... Why did I do it like that? Whatever. It's fine, I figured it out. This space should be... Maybe on the sides, though. Maybe? Obviously, I want them at the back in front of the convenience store. McDonald's? We have McDonald's at home. Yeah, it is open, T-Druck. Come on by. Just, make sure to not drive over the line. There's no lines yet. Frankie 2 trailer. I did. It looks pretty good. Your side again? Yeah, I think you are, Nate. Are you, you got something to share or something? 7... Nah, I don't think I have one parking space on the side. Mainly because I'm lazy. yeah, careful. It abruptly ends, and you may very well end up in a ditch. It kind of counts, kind of doesn't, Pez. I don't know. I just work here. I get that in my dreams sometimes. I had a dream recently. I don't remember what it was. It was something sort of bad happened. That's all I remember. And then I think it was like the morning after, I saw some news article about the exact thing that I had the dream about happened. But it happened before I had the dream, which is weird. But why was I dreaming about it? Because I didn't know what happened. So I woke up, saw it, and I was just perplexed. It's like, what do you mean? How did I predict that? That's true. Just like dive out. I mean, like the train and the PBT, yeah, you do it there. Okay, this is a marker. This isn't staying. I'm just kind of trying to get a feel for where the like spaces should be. Didn't take revenge. What have you done to them? They deserved it, Georgie Bros. They deserved it. Yeah. Exactly, Nova. That's perfect. I think Twitch stream today is going to be Rocket League, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I was the one who wrote the news article. I wrote it in my sleep. We're going to go with that because that's actually kind of a funny idea. Okay, so pillars should be maybe there. That gives me 4 blocks of overhang plus 1 for the surrounding area. 5 and 5. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then it doesn't matter how far forward it goes necessarily. Like that? And then I wrap it in smooth stone slabs. I already had smooth stone slabs. What the frick? I could be a fortune teller. Who knows? Love is in the air. Wrong digital hallucinations. That's... How'd you know what happens in episode 9? I'm obviously joking. Well, am I? Press gas options. You remember to add the premium gas, because whatever the hell that is. Seriously, who buys premium gas? Just buy the normal gas. Like, it's all gas anyway. It's all going the same place in your car. Apparently there is a difference, actually. I don't remember what it is, but there's something that makes them different. There is a Twitch tonight, yeah. What man said? Look at the schedule. I know you want to see it. That's why I have to tease you more. What, DJ? Okay, vroom vroom. What did that translate to? What are we doing, YouTube? What are we doing? Sure, why not? Fellas of Dreams. I haven't heard of it, actually. I'm never gonna remember it exists, unfortunately. Now, for the logic of the parking space, I don't feel like I need that much room on the front. I'm gonna leave it for now. But if I want to structure block this, I definitely have room to do so. I just don't know if I want to. Cooking spaghetti live? I would somehow burn the spaghetti, I feel like. Yeah, that's called a palindrome, right? Okay. That scared me. Don't know why it scared me. I was so locked in, yeah. And then it's... I'm pretty sure Vsauce is the only reason I know this one. The opposite... Basically, a word that's spelled backwards... Or a word when spelled backwards that makes... If you take a word and you reverse the letters and make it backwards and it spells a different word, it's called an amordnalap, which is palindrome spelled backwards. That took me so much effort to get out. You don't understand. I had to go through the 5 stages of grief there. See you later, Pez. Yeah, and Bailey is, Is a store building? Yeah, no, I agree. That is the plan right now. I will have a convenience store. Are you really going to a gas station if there's not a convenience store or some sort of store connected to it? Yeah, I guess so, Horton. For seasons. I wasn't planning on branding it at all, actually. I was just gonna do a generic one. Whatever colors it comes to my mind, which for some reason I'm feeling red and yellow, but I just made McDonald's, so maybe I'll go green and something. Green and yellow? That might be interesting. I don't think we have one around here. Where I am, Nate. The only gas station that I think of actually like this, for some reason, is, what's it called? Love's. It's quite an interesting one. looks dumb. The pillars being a block apart from each other just burned me way more than I thought it was going to. Also, why did I do it like that? I'm gonna change it in a second. But wait, I can do this. Okay, because I can extend it. So I have the 2-block center, and then I can do this instead. That makes more sense. Yeah, okay. Persons memes, they're something. I don't get why they're everywhere, but... Future, I would maybe be. I don't know. 50-50 chance. I don't have a structure block. It's the one kryptonite every time I make a new world. I just, like, imagine the blocks spawn in for me in my inventory already, but they never do, because that's not how that works. Anyway, the whole point of this was entirely unrelated to what I'm currently doing. Just figured I would mention that. I gotta do this. Sorry, I got scared. Why are my son? Oh, because I... Ah, that sucks. Whatever. I'll fix the signs in a second, then. And add the item frames and whatever. Tripwire hook is on the right, if I'm looking at it. I don't even have a tripwire hook in my inventory, and I tried to place one. That's kind of sad. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna turn you into the village or something. I don't know if I wanted the taller height. The taller height might have been better. Oh no, because yeah, I can do something with it. I've got an idea. Mr. Krabs, I have an idea, or whatever, something like that. I don't know. That's crazy, yeah. No, they have to submit a job application in this economy. And you know how that's gonna go. It won't. Okie dokie. How do I even pronounce that though? That just looks like a bunch of letters to me. Start calling your TGI. Like TGI Fridays, you know? Yeah, I'm sure they don't, Chris. I'm sure, wait a minute, what? So good? Thankle, Georgie Bros. It's a real word. Don't look it up. Now, how the frig did that happen? Oh, because I pushed it forward. Duh. I'm stupid. Going with green, for real. Look up? I know that's not what you said, Mouse. I just... I read that at first, and I had to double take, and then yeah. Green and blue is just kind of like calling to me right now. Thank you, Horathon, also. Flies above you. Yeah, there's actually like an 8-foot fly on my ceiling. Call the police. Green blue looks good. I think I agree. I'm kind of debating switching them, but I don't think I will. I have an idea that is just really dumb because I have to do this. Because I want to put carpets on this. So I get an overhang. Umbrella looking MF. I don't hate it, I just would need it at the bottom, and that's not happening. Yet. I have an alternative that I didn't want to do, but I have an alternative. Why am I, like, tweaking? What was that? What was going on there? Whatever, the world may never know. Hello, Isaiah. Under arrest for being too large. Could you imagine that actually being a crime? That would be crazy. For the answer, if you look at that, I don't feel like that should correlate, but okay. Beats me. Again, a little strange, but I don't actually mind it, so I'm gonna rock it. Roll with it. Something like that. I'm gonna form a rock band, yep. Yeah, apparently, I wasn't the one who was doing it. It was Horathon. It was all Horathon. Horathon's the one that's making fun of him. I'm innocent this time. You know what? I was gonna keep the directions the same, but I can't be bothered. It's too big. That's what she said. Sorry. Okay, Nova. Hello, Raphael. Yeah, just casually bring up the second one as if it isn't important in the context, Chris. That's good. Smart thinking. I can give you one. Let me look at the list, because I want to make it one not on the list. I have one in my head, but I probably suggested it to you. Yeah, figures. What other ones are on that album? I have like 2 in my head that I just am thinking of constantly from it. Why am I drawing a blank? Made by Misery. That's what I'm gonna pick. Hello, Grow a Garden. So what about that? I didn't say anything! This is defamation. Slander. Blackmail, even. It's unbelievable. Is the red okay? Honestly, yeah, I'm okay with the red. Is Green River? Yeah, it's so true. Pembin is red and Eminem is blue. Does that mean they're the same person? Yeah, that... no correlation. Looks good. I didn't even look at it, to be honest. I just... I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. The first one didn't look awful either, to be fair. And also wasn't that awful. It just... I don't know. If somebody actually pulled that out, that just, like... That would ruin all chances, I think, for me. You cannot recover after that. You know what I mean, Horathon? There's no way. This would be the most embarrassing thing to ever come out of anybody's mouth. I could do 2 block gaps. I don't really want to do that many, though. No way, it actually lines up. That's crazy. It's not overrun for me this. I'm just gonna ignore and play for myself someday. Fair enough. Hello, Super Foxy. Is the key to absolute rejection true? Tell me you're not going to use your inhumane methods again, T-Jock? let Nova do it, T-Jock. Come on. Your pride isn't that important, surely. Okay. What can I do here? About the spacing, I mean. I could even push it this way, because I don't feel like... Well, no, I think it's fine as is, with that said. Is it just fine as a whole? Do I really want to touch it? I kind of want to move it, like... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10... 11. Maybe 2 that way and 1 forward. $30? That doesn't surprise me. The first one, I believe, was 20. I think you're right, Nova. Even then, like... I still feel like you get absolutely clowned for that, Georgie Rose. What did I say? This one was more. That's all I remember. Right? I think I said 2 that way and 1 forward. Honestly, I think 1 more over. So... There. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah. You don't need that much space, it's fine. Oh, it's gone? That's tragic. You can check your recently played, actually, Char. I don't know if you know that. Is it coming along? It's coming along good for being, you know, 3 hours into building. I can't complain. Liking it, glad you are, Horathon. First 50. What the frick? That's crazy. I don't even think I'm gonna build the convenience store in this stream. I don't think I need to. Screen time. No, because of the direction they took, I think it makes sense. I can understand not I could understand thinking he should have had less, but I think the way that it was all structured, it just made sense. Gas station hiring? That's crazy. They don't even exist yet, so probably not, if I had to guess. I need 14. Yeah, I am glad I went past the McDonald's. I don't want to knock off the cashier's view. I'm gonna get real close to that. Eh, whatever. Not my problem. What? Okay, whatever. I don't know if necessarily as a whole Horathon, but I mean, yeah, for that episode. Yeah, I guess for that episode. Like everything on it, I'm trying to play that one specific group means scrolling down until I find it. Oh, yeah. Fair enough. I could thank you, Georgie Bros. That's crazy, though. I do have a center, which is nice. Okay, well, that's fine. Figures that if I just didn't push it over, if I pushed it one less to the side, it would have actually lined up perfectly, but it doesn't really matter. Nice, Melon. How'd you like it? Don't say spoilers, please. Mainly for the people in chat. See you later. Good night, Horathon. Yeah, I like that one. I almost actually said that one instead for the suggestion. I'm not gonna lie, Char. Because I do like that one. Yeah, so Huggy Wuggy shows up. I'm kidding, obviously. He does not show up. Sorry to break it to you, but there will be no Huggy Wuggy. There will be no Huggy Wuggy in the Amazing Digital Circus. That was pretty fast for his biggest appearance yet. Oh yeah, for sure. I would not recommend that one, Chris. Personally. Although maybe that's just me. Huggy Wuggy will return in Avengers Doomsday. I can't believe it. Jumbo sauce. Who's Jumbo sauce exactly? Do I want to? That's perfectly even. Actually, I can make it even. It's to there, it looks like. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'd maybe be a little bit confused, just a tiny bit. That feels like a good point to end. I'm happy with that start. Get a couple basic stuff in. Basic stuffs, yeah. It's nice to just like get a kind of feel for what I want to do here. Even if I didn't get like a ton, I mean, obviously, you know, one person, 3 hours. I like to think this is a good amount of progress for it being solo in that amount of time. But yeah, I'm gonna actually add a sign or a beacon here because I don't want to forget that I want to add something here. We just got here? No, we didn't. Good night, Michael. Sunflower or something. I'll remember, sure then. Avengers Doomsday, let's go! But yeah, oh wait, do I want to take, yeah, I'm gonna actually take this chunk off real quick of grass before I end. Because it's annoying me. It'll grow back, it's fine. I definitely gotta fix up this hill as well. But I think I'm already enjoying or liking this more than the other city. The other city, some of the buildings there were definitely nice, but as a whole, it felt kind of all over the place. Anyway, that is where I'm gonna end. Good start to a new series. Not on Tuesday. Just stream for how many days straight would that be? 3? It's a couple hours. Thank you, TSA. Thank you, and hello, Blockstars. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.